Yo, what's up? So I just want to make another updated video on like the best method I'm using right now to farm Santa. I mean, I haven't been in the chat for a while, so I don't really know what other methods are right now, but I've just been using the barrels as well as the hoverboard from cracking stacking. Essentially, you want to make a giant structure out of these barrels. I have a video here, so you want to, personally did like 8 barrels, 8 stacks of 6 barrels. You could probably do 9 because this little gap right here, there's presents that fall through it, obviously, but so I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I would go 9 barrels. Mine's, or including this one, it'd be 10 stacks then. So 10 stacks of barrels. One of them is going to be like have one of the barrels sticking out for you to stand on, because the way the barrels are, it's going to be slanted a little bit, which is, it works out better that way. But you want to use like your compass to line it up on north, which makes things like just a lot easier for how the barrels place, and it won't be inside the other barrels. And then have the rest of the stack going back like normal. And then you have like 8 of them. You're gonna place the first one on this roof right here, and then you're gonna start lining them up. Trying to leave like, I mean, it's not the biggest issue of our gaps that presents aren't gonna fall through, but you want them to be too big where they might fall through. And then eventually you're just gonna keep building it until it's like finished. And then once it's finished, you're gonna want to unanchor some barrels. So I did that by placing barrels in this like a tree and then breaking the tree down. And then they would be able to fall around, and this lets you place them on the side of the barrel, which rotates the giant structure. Otherwise it'll be upright, which is an issue. It's very annoying. There's probably other ways to do it not using the tree, because each time the tree respawns, so do the barrels, if they're not placed, which is really irritating, especially because you might work hard to drag one over to this little spot right here so you can put it in the corner so it's not going to go everywhere, and it'll respawn right as you're about to place a structure, which is pretty aggravating. But you're just going to kind of get in that corner there, and then you want to make sure that doesn't have any tilt to it. I'll see if I can find the clip here, but right as I'm getting the final structure, you can see like, oh yeah, right there. So when you place a structure, you want to place it towards this end on the right here, this east end, because it will be placed towards the point. Like if I go in game here, if this barrel was placed at the bottom, it could risk mega pow shooting this one right here that's supporting everything. So you want to make sure it's like towards this east end, and then it's kind of RNG what that works out, because sometimes this little part right here that you stand on, it'll be the other way around. Sometimes this entire structure will just be vertical. Like it's kind of RNG. I'm not sure how it works. It might have to do with the barrel orientation as it's being put in the corner, but it's not too serious. It took me 10 minutes or so to finish getting the structure on the barrel, and it took me 15 or so to build it, I would say. Like this is 25 minutes in. And you see right here that it's angled like upwards, which would mean that like, actually wait, I like you forget, but like I would just like angle it the other way. That way it's on like it's going downwards. I think it would angle it upwards, which it works the same anyways, I think, if you align the hoverboard correctly, but I make sure it's angled downwards. That way when I placed it, it would be like a slight lean. That way you can put it towards this building over here on your hoverboard. And then it won't shoot all the barrels, because this is like the lowest point for Santa. Do not place a platform above the candy cane, so the elves will break everything. You want to finish building this, and then you bring it over on the hoverboard. So there's a video here. I think I have it. Yeah, it's from Chromo. It's for crack and stacking, and he explains how to do it. But like the main point is like right when you put your hand down, like right here is when you're supposed to move onto the hoverboard. Then you go in and you'll shoot up. I think he has some clips, but when he does it, the thing is like, he says this is the wrong way because he's shooting up slow. But the thing is, you want that to happen in this case, because you have to be very careful when aligning the hoverboard, because if this is too high, it's going to go downwards when shooting, and it's going to spray all your barrels out, and it's a waste of time. And if you go too low, then those giant elves can hit you and break all your barrels and kill you as well while you're AFKing. So you have to be very careful with that. But if you do it, if you move onto the hoverboard late enough, it's not going to be an issue, and it'll go up extremely slow. So like what I'll do is I'll go on this ice with the hoverboard. I'll go on the ice with the hoverboard. I'll use the move, go onto the hoverboard, and then I'll go up like so slow to the point where like after I move over here, like I'm still going up, and then it allows me to like kind of drive all over here. I can like move the hoverboard around, so I'll move it this way so that's leaning down towards the building. And then, I mean, I just hop off the hoverboard. Oh yeah, this is this issue. You have to have 2 accounts. I lucky forgot to mention that at the start. You have to have 2 accounts. This is my other account. It's on my laptop. You can probably do it using account manager, or like a RDP. I'll see. Essentially, you could create a whole nother desktop, put this guy in that other desktop, have the auto clicker going, and then on this main desktop, you're able to do whatever. The issue with this, like, account manager is a Trojan if you update it, but you can use the old version. You're not gonna be able to join in place. Like if I click like join server, it's not gonna work, but you can still use the multi-row blocks. So the old ones are safe, and you can still use multi-row blocks, which is what I do. And then that way you can do it using 1 computer. But if you have 2 computers, you can do like how I did and just have another account with an auto clicker going. And then your hoverboard will stay. Someone's still always on the server, so you can, like, I can leave. Someone's still gonna be in the server. If you're using like an RDP, you can leave and your account's still gonna be in the server because you're using your main desktop and you can go do other stuff. But if you don't have RDP and you don't have 2 accounts, you might have to try to get a friend to help you, but it's pretty brutal. Or you can eat sushi, set it up, dark root it, and then use a paw, which is still kind of troublesome, but I mean, it works. And then I'll see if I can test the macro real quick once it's off cooldown. It works. Yeah, I'd say it works pretty fine. The only issue is that, like, you have to zoom about it because, like, if your present lands right on you, the bow will be in your face, and then the bow is red, and the Santa outline is red, so the macro kind of, like, it messes up a bit, but you can't zoom out too much to the point where, like, say, like, if I'm looking at Santa up here, if I'm zoomed out to the point where the camera will interfere with the barrels, the mega pow is gonna try to click here, so it'll turn back on and just start spraying the barrels. So you can only zoom out a little bit. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. It took, like, I don't know. It was very easy to set up. I don't have the macro. Oh my god, I don't have the macro open. I'll quickly record a new one. Obviously, it's using Asphalt cake macro. I'll put the YouTube and Discord in the description, and then apparently the settings save, which is nice. So I can also copy my settings, and I'll put that in the description as well if you're using mpow, paw, and cyborg. That will work for you. And I'll show the video I was recorded before as well, just because it makes things easier. But I'm gonna try to record a new one and potentially mess the settings up. But I mean, I could not have these here, but I'll go save these quickly. We're gonna make sure nothing's in the hotbar, and then click F3. We're gonna start and power endeavors. Immediately, we're gonna mega pow, and then go right into cyborg. And then because cyborg is what knocks you off, you're gonna have to paw TP right after you're finished with the cyborg. And I like to get another mega pow in there just for more damage and more presence. And I'm gonna stop the macro and check my cooldown. So that was 9 seconds in the missile shower, so I'm gonna change the end delay to 9 seconds. And that should be it. That's the macro. So that's about it for the macro. But during this 9 seconds, I'm gonna collect some presence. And just with the default camera and location of where the presents drop, like there's a present that drops right here. Standing here, I can't open it. So I haven't tested it, but I feel like after you use your cyborg and you drop down, you're gonna be put a little bit back, like right here or something. But if you really do that with your keyboard, it's gonna like register those inputs, and then while you're doing that, you can spam these. You can just kind of move your character around a bit and open presents. Obviously, you're gonna be in first person like this, but if you do that real quick, and then you power endeavors before, like, you go into your mega pow, you'll get more of the presents that spawn on the sides. And you can do it with Hollow Fang as well. Fire macro. I mean, I didn't check any other methods right now, so I'm not sure if there are better ones out. But this is just what I've personally been using. And the big elf is not able to, like, hit the platform while using it, so it works pretty freaking well. So I just disconnected. It's kind of blows, but it'll give me a chance to show you guys the RDP real quick. So I'm gonna go create one. That way I don't have to worry about my laptop tweaking out or some shit again. I mean, the structure is still here, which is good. So, I mean, I can still, you know, move around, place it, so I'll be good. But so I'll quickly show you guys what it looks like to set up. I'll leave a description, I'll link in the description of a better like explanation of how to download it, how to get the software, everything. I followed the tutorial step by step. Mine worked pretty fine. There's a Discord server I joined for a bit because there was issues with it, but they helped me figure it out. So just follow the video in its entirety and you'll probably be okay. So I have my different profiles here. So I'll go to this profile. I'll go fit screen and I'll put it on my second monitor. Actually, just for this video, I'll put it on my first monitor, but usually I'd put it on my second monitor. Actually, put it full screen because I think, whatever. I was gonna say, if you're going to macro on the RDP, using the Asphalt cake macros, it doesn't work as well as it would. Oh, I just disconnected. Oh my fucking god. Take notes of it, doing this before you join the game. Just kind of a troll, but essentially you're gonna go on here, log into whatever account you're logging into. So this is just a random alt for now. And then I would join Grand Peace Online. Let me see. It's a GPO. And then you have to install Roblox Player on this remote desktop, but the video I'll link shows how to do that pretty well. And then as this is joining, I'll be able to go, and you don't need an account manager for this, by the way. It works. So as you can see here, I've just launched my GPO on my main desktop. All my bullshit open. And then I go to my other desktop. Let's close this one. This is the RDP desktop. You can see they're both working just fine. So what you want to do is you want to go in here. I have like other macros for. I was fishing on this account. If you're fishing, you want to make sure it's full screen because these Asphalt cake macros don't work the best with RDPs. But if it's full screen, I believe it works fine. But you have to tweak with it a little bit. I guess I don't have an auto clear downloaded, but you'd want to get an auto clicker in here, join the private server, do your thing. As long as you're just auto clicking and you set the location, you can just click alt tab, go back here, and boom, you can just use your main desktop, do whatever you want. You can leave the server, rejoin. As long as that alt's still in there, your structure's still going to be in there, so you have to spend 30 minutes resetting it. And that way you can form it overnight with one computer, but using 2 accounts. So makes it a lot easier. I'm gonna go build another one and then go to sleep. So good luck if you're gonna attempt it yourself. And it does take a while to set up, especially if you're using RDP for the first time. So I mean, end goal is at ICC, so good luck.